Hi everyone, this is Her 2 Cents, and I'm here to talk to you about a really cool coin, and one that if you're female in America, you could be really proud to own and have in your collection. It's the Susan B. Anthony dollar coin. Let's see if it'll ever focus. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. There we go. This is an amazing coin to have in your collection. I highly recommend it. There are also two varieties, the wide rim and the narrow rim. The narrow rim is the most common, and it's worth about $3.50. The wide rim is less common, though pretty common, and it's worth about $24. So do you have the wide rim or the narrow rim? Let's find out together. We're also going to make a checkerboard cake during this little video. Susan B. Anthony was the first woman on a coin where it was like her and not a model posing as Lady Liberty. The back of the coin has the Eisenhower moon landing scene, the Liberty Eagle landing on the moon. That is a diss to her because she just got like her own coin and then a man's coin on the back, which makes sense for her life because things like that happen to her all the time. It should be redesigned. She had a lecture circuit, and men would show up at her lecture circuit with rotten eggs. They would make effigies of her and drag them through the streets and burn them. And she still lectured. She wasn't afraid. It just spurred her forward. If you are female today and you're married and you like your ability to vote, own property, keep the money that you make, get a divorce if you want to, it's because of her. She was also really strong in the anti-slavery movement. It was incredibly important to her. And Frederick Douglass showed up to a couple of her meetings, which is such a big deal. She believed that all people are equal in the eyes of God, and that was part of her religion. And she also wore bloomers and short skirts for a while. So she is a true American hero. And this is a coin that I recommend every woman and every American own with pride. So now let's see if you have the wide or narrow rim. Oh, also, people didn't like it when it first came out because it's kind of the same size as a quarter. And they were like, I don't get it. I'm mixing it up with my quarters. So it didn't have a big run. It had 3 years, 79, 80, 81, and then I think they brought it back in 99. She also may have been the first woman to vote ever, and then she was arrested 3 weeks later for it. She's hats off, hats off. Now let's get on with seeing if you have the fancy one. And we're gonna make this fancy checkerboard cake too. Really? As soon as I sat down, he sat in my chair. Okay, what you're looking for here is a wide rim. Most of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony's are like a narrow rim. So there's a lot of space between the number and the rim. Look at that interesting design, huh? And then the back is the eagle in space. That's also on the Eisenhower dollar, which just makes no sense. This coin should be redesigned with something that has to do with women's rights or anti-slavery, in my opinion, but I'm just one person. So one thing you might want to look for in your collection is toning. I can already tell this one has some nice toning. I don't know if you can see that in the light. Yes, my hands are dry from washing them so much because I'm working with coins. So let's just put all of these face up. Okay, once you've laid out your dollars, just take a look at the rims. Mine are in incredibly good shape. A lot of people probably have them in great shape because, well, I don't know. You'd think a lot of people would collect them, but people didn't like them right away. So let's look up wide versus narrow rim. Okay, perfect. So this is the red book, and it has a great example. So you can see the narrow rim. There's a lot of space between the 1 and the rim. And then the wide rim is huge, and there's almost no space there with the 1 and the 9. And then there are these different mint marks as well, the filled in S, clear S, first S, clear S. So, you just have fun looking up and seeing how much they're worth. You can see like so narrow rim is worth like $3, wide rim 24, wide rim P. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. I do not have any proofs, but my set is in great condition. You can see some scratches, but I just wish they hadn't been stored in a plastic bag where they'd gotten all jostled. So I'm going to start going through these and see if I can find a narrow versus wide rim for you. Looking through. I chose these cute bowls for the video and like, they are way too small. Moment of truth. Yikes. All right, that's not too bad. Let's see what happens. Okay. Nari, a 1. None of them. Oh well. So I went through all of the Susan B. Anthony's and I couldn't find a wide rim, but I knew I had one, so I dumped out this jar of change, old coins, and yes, there it is. So you can see the one on the left, if you focuses, is a wide, and the one on the right is a narrow. I'm going to show you on the microscope. That is clearly a wide rim, and then let me push it over to show you the narrow. Narrow. See? So one of the things about collecting coins is that it's like treasure hunting. Like, not only are you looking for the cool coins that you want to add to your collection, but then you're like, do I have any of the cool varieties? Do I have the special mint mark? Do I have the wide rim or the narrow rim? So it's kind of never ending discovery. And then you're like, well, who is this person? What do they mean in history? Why is this important? And then you learn, like, someone like Susan B. Anthony is a true American hero. And then you're like, wow, my life has been enhanced because of her, and my life has been enhanced because I learned about her, and I get to see this coin and just have like a souvenir of history. So check out your Susan B. Anthony's, or you can go to the bank and like trade some dollar bills for some, and then see if you have the narrow rim or wide rim, and then put it in your collection and just be super proud. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day and happy collecting. All right, can you see it? Good, that's what we want. Okay, ready? Let's see if this works. Okay, so I'm cutting into this beautiful cake. I'm gonna take out a big piece, okay? Just so we can see if it worked. Ready? Mm-hmm. Do you think it worked? Yeah. Are you getting close up of this cake? Ready? Mm-hmm. How's it look? Don't get in my hands. Do-do-do. Oh my gosh! That is cool. Can you see inside the cake? Very cool. Oh, nice. Got it. All right.